So, a very warm welcome to all of you to this ISRA podcast that we're doing at the end of this fifth workshop this year. So, how about we start with introductions this time? So, my name is Maya Liuto. I'm a journalist from Finland, and I've been covering Pakistan and Afghanistan for a long time now.
Okay. First of all, I'm very happy to be here and very, very grateful too. I am Lieutenant General Carla Lírio Martins from the Brazilian Defense College in Brazil, of course, and I am commanding this college for 1 year now. That's why I'm here.
And also, you are the first female general in Brazil.
Yes, from the Air Force.
Amazing.
I am a medical doctor from the Air Force. I joined the force in '99. It's a long time ago, so I have 34 years of service. I was in the operational area, military. I am a flight doctor and an hematologist in the assistance area for almost 30 years. Since 2015, I start to have commands. So I am the first woman to command a military organization in my country.
Amazing. Very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
What about you, Afsana?
I am from Azerbaijan, and I'm a senior media analyst at the Media Analysis Center. My focus is actually optimizing media platforms to counteract the speculated and to manipulated information as well as the fake news. Yeah. So I do actually competitive research, in-depth competitive research, and evaluate and track the current media tracks. I mean, the media outlets actually, and trends. So I actually focus on post-war content within the South Caucasus, and I'm also an academic researcher. I investigate the sub-societies that emerged during the Mughal period in India and Pakistan, actually. And I'm focused on investigating the trajectory of migration of Turkic intellectuals that, migrated from Azerbaijan and Iran. Turkic origin intellectuals that made valuable contribution to Mughal period's Renaissance. And so societies, national social issues, national identities, my major.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And over to you, Mariam.
I'm the founder and the CEO of a company. The company is called IWLS. It is based in Athens, and what we do as pioneers worldwide, and the very first company working on that field, it is maritime corporate diplomacy. So what we do is we resolve maritime disputes and we negotiate maritime disputes, commercial ones, but also ones related to piracy. So it's a hard job, I can tell you, worldwide. The company is based in Greece, Greece being number one worldwide in shipping. So I think we're with the very best part of it. I'm also author of 2 books on European monetary integration. I teach international negotiations at different universities, right now in Budapest, as a matter of fact, at the Andras University. I'm also a facilitator of fora. And last but not least, I have been the director of the German Chambers of Commerce in Brussels, their representation to the EU for almost 16 years. So economic diplomacy, you can tell, is absolutely what I do.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's carry on from here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's really a pleasure and honor. I would like to also express my gratitude, not just being on this podcast, but also being a part of this amazing group, of this amazing workshop. And just shortly about me, my name is Šárka Šup. I am from the Czech Republic. I work at a think tank called Institute for Politics and Society. And our main topics are digitalization, geopolitical issues, defense and security, artificial intelligence, And my specialization is in economic sector because I have a PhD from University of Economics in Prague. So it's my passion. And then during the COVID time, I also studied sociology because during the COVID time, people had more time. So I finished a master degree at the Charles University at the sociology sector. So thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And last but not least, our South African friend.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful to be here, and I'm here to learn. And I'm Andreas Veldhuizen from South Africa. I'm specializing in peace and security in Africa. I'm an academic, I'm a professor. I do research and I publish mainly now, my main focus. I'm also the editor-in-chief of 2 international journals. The Journal for Global Change, Peace and Security, and the African Security Review, which focuses on peace and security in Africa. Then I also teach wherever I'm invited, and mainly in human security in Africa, locally and overseas at some of our departments in South Africa. Defense College, teach at Defense College at the Department of International Relations and Cooperation. And then, I'm a retired military officer. I exited about 15 years ago after 35 years of service. So I'm here also to learn from this fantastic defense establishment in Pakistan.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So as we've all learned, very diverse group that we have here. Okay, so let's move on now to the workshop itself. I wanted to ask all of you, why did you want to attend this workshop and what kind of expectations you had? You can just start.
I can start actually. I would like to get more information about the new media strategies, methodologies, as well as to get now how the multiple world actually display or the strategic narratives, how the weaponized media is instilled by the major global powers. So, because detecting the fake narratives and misinformation, as well as the weaponized, propaganda, lobbied and proxied propaganda is challenging. So I would like to get now what the current trends or maybe AI programs are there just to detect it and to overcome actually of those challenges and of those problems.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Anyone else?
Maybe, if I may, for me, it was really interesting when I saw how diverse group this is, because we are talking about the topical issues such as like geopolitical tensions and so on. And there are people from all over the world and they have completely different opinions. And for me, I might disagree with some of them, but some of them opened my eyes because I could look at the conflict or at the other issues from a different perspective, which I have never thought of looking at. And for me, this is really enriching, and I'm really grateful for that, because even when we might find a common ground on many issues, so I'm really happy that we find also differences, and I can learn from that.
Great.
Well, for me, okay, I really expect to tighten the ties in academic roles with this university, because it's a great campus in many issues. So I think we can share expertise, knowledge, and to build something better for our world.
Great.
And I wish to make a contact, a networking with many different people as we are here.
Yes.
Thank you.
And how about you?
Thank you. The diversity was mentioned, and I'm from a knowledge perspective. I think the fact that they mustered a range of knowledges here. Apart from the age and the youth coming together, different genders, people from all over the world is amazing. And I found this week, here different kinds of knowledges, the official version of the world from the diplomats and other practitioners. I found scholarship here that matches the scholarship and the practitioners come together very well. Then I was surprised to find what I call aesthetic knowledge here, the spiritual part, the arts, how that fits into it's all knowledge dimensions. That the sum total of all these dimensions, even the ideological stances that we experienced here, is some value, because the sum total of all these knowledges, something will emerge from that. That's more than just the sum total. Hopefully it's a better understanding about peace in the world.
Wonderful.
So it's a wonderful experience.
Okay. And what about you?
Thank you. Well, Pakistan is a maritime country with an extensive coastline, with very important ports and commercial activities, with also activities in the naval area. So for me, being part of maritime diplomacy worldwide, it was very important to come to Pakistan for the very first time, actually, and to understand better the issues, to diagnose some of the shortcomings, perhaps, that can be definitely worked on in terms of commercial business opportunities, and to liaise, of course, with our international community, but also with local people. I very much appreciated the chance to meet so many Pakistani people, and some of them businessmen from the maritime sector, and we're actually already working on our next idea about what to do in a short while, a couple of months. We will surprise you.
Great. That sounds amazing. Wonderful. Okay, so on to the next question. So now that this workshop has pretty much come to its conclusion, what would you say was the most interesting or the most rewarding session? What did you like the most here? Who wants to go?
It's difficult to exclude anything. It forms a whole. It all comes together and fill in all the gaps.
It's important that they actually encompass all all important questions that actually affect today's world. So not only from geopolitical, but geo-economy, social, cultural, and it's really important. And we actually get broad information about Pakistan life, about its culture, about its industry, economy, business. And as well as, for example, for me, it was like invention of that the urban planning, that too much well-organized urban planning, and actually gives a sentiment inside that the well-organization will give actually to foreign investors actually to be attracted, to Pakistan. The second point is the safety. They do a lot of things. They do their best to keep the region safe, and it's the most important things, that for business ventures and etc. So, and woman power, of course, I was adored that women are actually presented in all fields of governmental as well as non-governmental structures. Because, woman power is that women actually have inherent tolerance and diplomatic skills that actually can resolve all problems through the soft power. So these three core points actually attracted me in Pakistan, and I think that they could rely on those points and do really good things for the future.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of another topic I wanted to discuss with you. So I think for all of you, this is your first time coming to Pakistan,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So now you've learned a lot about the country, I'm sure. So what would you say surprised you the most? I mean, you were just discussing your point of view, but what about the others? What kind of an impression are you gonna take back home? How has it changed your perception?
Well, I live in the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And I can assure to everyone that the image I had, the first image, the perspective, the perception, wasn't like what I see here. It's completely different. I think this is a country that had history, culture, that have many ties, that have proud, but it's not linked to the past. It's looking forward to the future. It wants to be a modern country. It wants to dialogue with other actors. So I could see the importance, inclusive the women.
Yeah.
Yes, and it makes me really, really happy. Yes, it changed completely my perception of this country.
Yeah. And yes, please.
Yes, I was quite surprised about the bigness of Pakistan. I never visualized it as such a big country.
Really?
There are many similarities to my country, South Africa, in terms of how they deal with diversity, how they manage conflict, and so I can compare now. In whatever I write in future, I can make certain comparisons, but always keeping in mind that we are 60,000 people, and they are 260. 60 million people, they are 230 million. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, it's more complex.
Yeah.
The complexity, we will never be there where I'm from. They do well.
I guess that actually the Pakistan's the core importance or maybe priority is that it has rich nature, wealth, as well as humans. So human potential is so rich, so they can actually invest in human potential, and it will actually get back very positive. Yeah. Precautions, I mean. Yeah.
So another thing, yes, sure.
I'm looking at your question from a business perspective. And of course, we all know that Pakistanis are good business people, very sound and very active and successful. But I think that I found out here that there are lots of opportunities, and your business people are very interested, and they are opening up to the world in my maritime sector in terms of ports infrastructure, shipping, ship repair, or ship breaking. I mean, these are important sectors that your business people are opening up to the world. They are looking for new cooperations. They are flexible. They are proactive. This is something that I was not expecting in these dimensions, and I'm very happy actually to see that.
Did you? I could add just one more thing, that I was amazed by the greenery in Islamabad.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I know they don't have enough of water here, and still they try to keep it green, and it's very pleasant.
The trees and the flowers.
Yeah. Yes. Beautiful.
They take care of their city.
Their natural beauty.
Yes.
Okay, so before we conclude, just wanted to also ask about any kind of suggestions for improvement or any changes that you would maybe like to see in future workshops.
I believe that one of the participants said that it could be sometimes more interactive because a lot of people really wanted to comment more, and I think they did an excellent job in choosing the participants because they are really sharp, they are really well experienced, and they have desire to share their knowledge and information. So maybe that could be more like
Interactive.
Yes, interactive.
Yeah, actually we have discussed this topic with you before. Yeah. I just discussed also with other participants, and I guess that actually tomorrow will be that kind of panels that will let participants to brainstorm around the not only repercussion of the workshop, but also about the ideas, because they came not only to sit and listen to speakers, as well as to share their thoughts and the insights, as well as the sentiments. So I guess that tomorrow's panels will be predictive from this kind of view. Yeah.
Well, I think we have much to share.
Yeah, of course.
And it's important to stay in contact, to keep in touch
Yes.
for the future.
And perhaps we then need a little bit more of a talk shop than of a workshop.
Yes, talk shop.
Well, we do that during breaks and lunches.
Yes,
In the bus.
True.
It wouldn't be enough time. So many different people, so many things to share.
Exactly.
I'm still processing, so I don't want to criticize now. It's too early. But maybe a bigger room with windows that can open. That will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe some fresh air from time to time.
It's sunshine.
Sunshine, exactly.
I am happy with the weather here. I have to say that it's amazing because so I don't complain about sunshine.
I was expecting cold.
We did experience some cold yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's been pretty warm.
Yes.
So I expect that at least some of you might be considering returning to Pakistan after this workshop. Am I right?
Absolutely. I want to visit Lahore.
Yeah.
After what I saw on the video, I need to see Lahore.
It is like
I would like to visit Lahore because, as I've mentioned before, I research at the Mughal period, and Mughal actually include the samples of Mughal heritage. So it will be a really great experience to visit and to see everything that beauty actually on site.
So you will go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe the next time.
Next time.
Yeah, maybe.
More than that.
The organizer.
Yes.
It's
A visit to Lahore. How long? How far from here is Lahore?
it's about 3 to 4 hours from here. So
It's possible.
It's
manageable.
I think it's
possible.
With the intention.
yes.
I would like to come back to teach at the university and at the military academy, even if it's just a little.
Suggestion.
And I would like to come back and discuss business opportunities.
That's amazing. Okay. I think with that, we can conclude our podcast. Thank you so much for all of you.
Thank you.
Being part of
Thank
this.
you.
It was a pleasure getting to know all of you here. Thank you.
very much.
Thank you so
so
much.
much.